Millions of Americans moving back in with mom and dad. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's red hot topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are released. It's very important to stay close to the channel in these very tricky times. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. Always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. And friends, millions of Americans moving back in with mom and dad. This is insane. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result is what? You guessed it, the definition of insanity. A lot of the same things happening again in this real estate bubble, isn't it? This is a shocking one. This is what we're seeing now, though. Inventory flooding in the rental market, in the sales market. Prices trending down in the rental market and the sales market. Where's all this demand? Where did it all go? Why doesn't anybody want to buy or rent houses anymore? Because they're priced out, they've tapped out, inflation is squashing them. It's a race to the bottom. Welcome to the great American race to the bottom, the flash crash. Throw the playbook out the window. Data won't save you in this one. This is going to be one for the record books. This is one for the record books. Let's just go ahead and cut to the chase, my friends. So the realities are, this is what we're seeing now. This is all crisis-driven in lockdowns and the free money sent everywhere and remote working. People wanted their own space. I don't want your germs. I want to live alone. I don't want roommates. Insanity. Insane. Like, I'm almost deviated and went down a different path on this one. This whole new normal narrative that was starting to get pushed and erasing history and defunding everybody. Insanity. Very politicized, the world we live in now. Very politicized indeed, man. Pick which side of the aisle you're on. It was wacky out there. Wacky. So the realities are, a lot of people are forced to now move back in with mom and dad, get roommates. They're less scared of germs now, and so they're willing to, they have to, actually, whether you're scared of germs or not, you just have no choice. Can't afford to pay those inflated rents anymore. You thought, I'm going to work remotely. I'm going to go rent my own place. I've got all this money in my bank account because the government flooded me with dollars. Casino climate, I opened an investment account and whatever, did cryptos and stocks, and I'm making money all over the place. I could get my own place. Well, your stock account's down. You're stuck in those markets. Your crypto accounts probably went to zero. And your rents went through the roof, or your mortgage payment and the cost of living, it's all crumbling in front of us. It's this thing, this is how it's going to play out. This happened in the last downturn. If you're anybody that likes to reference 2008, this is exactly what happened. People could no longer afford their cost of living and started moving back home, moving in with mom and dad, living in their car, going to the local shelters. It's all happening. I've read the reports. The food banks can't keep up with demand right now. The shelters are overflowing. It's insane. Insanity. Whew. Congratulations to anybody that's stuck with this channel, centered and surrounded with like-minded people. Iron will continue to sharpen some iron. We're going to sharpen iron today. The friends, the first step of getting past the problem, admit there's a problem. I've always say that. It's the truth. It's the truth. And then the acceptance. We got to accept the situation, acknowledge the elephant in the room. This is what happens when you overheat an economy. This is what happens when you overheat the biggest asset class in the world, the U.S. housing market. It's how we're going to monitor the health of our financial system, because it's the biggest asset class in the world. If and when we lose it, we're going to lose everything. We're in a full-blown throes of a recession. It now becomes correction, recession, or full-blown depressionary level of a downturn. We're at the front end of a recession in the correction phase. Headed full steam ahead for the recession. Why, you ask? I'm about to tell you that too, because mainstream media is already reporting 100% of all economists say that we're headed for a recession. So welcome to that. Now we can't save that one off. Mainstream media's got a hold of it. As soon as they start uttering the words depression, we're in big trouble, and then everyone's going to talk about the Great Depression of 1929 and the stock market crash. It's just all playing out. It's herd mentality. I always say this comes out of the psychology of people, the psychology of sales. As a trained salesman, I just know how people think. I watch it every day as I sell them stuff. Now I've put people on the sidelines. The only realtor in America that's put as many people on the sidelines is on record. On record. And that's why I thank you guys, because you've supported this work. Because like, here's a guy, benefited from the euphoria, warning people. And you knew it. I'm just saying the things that you thought, but nobody had the guts to say. I'm saying it. So what we're seeing now, friends, is millions and millions of Americans are moving back home to mom and dad. Insanity. Millions and millions of people are moving out of their apartments and doubling up with friends. The health crisis now is over. We're open again. But the blowback is starting. That's what we're seeing now. This thing is playing out probably how they planned it all along. This might have been a planned event. I know there's many of my viewers that send me stuff all the time that pretty much spells it out. But we're going to continue to scratch the surface of the U.S. housing market, because that's the best barometer we have to temperature check and gauge the health of the economy, the U.S. housing market. And we overheated it bigger than any other, bigger than cryptos, bigger than the stock market. The U.S. housing market was a runaway train. It's left the station. It's not coming back. It's coming in for a crash landing. It now becomes at what level? In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life, acknowledging the elephant in the room. We're in a big, fat real estate bubble that's reverse course. People are now moving back in with mom and dad, can no longer foot the bill for those apartments and remote working climate that they once were in, where they wanted to just be alone. We created a lot of, I think it was very much a big disservice this crisis delivered, where people just wanted to be isolated and alone. Their people skills are gone. They're living in an artificial AI world with Zoom interactions with people. We're meant for human interaction, not artificial Zoom interactions. That's falling on its face. All those companies that thrived in that climate are now in a free fall. The service sector, blue-collar jobs that were stifled in the crisis are now open again, scrambling to place workers, and the people that are coming back aren't even happy at those jobs. Eventually, acceptance will set in for a lot of people. White-collar workers are about to become blue-collar workers. Mark my word, this one plays out. It plays out in a big, big way. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links are in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you're interested in buying or selling real estate here in America, the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you, would be our honor and our privilege to do so. There's an email in the description for you as well. If you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.